Hi students, in exercise 1.1 we have learned what is set and the collection of set and the representation of sets. Now let us see the types of sets. Before going to types of set, let us understand what is empty set. Empty set deserves something very special and it has a special symbol too. Now let us see what is empty set. Empty set we call as a null set. Empty set is a set consists of no elements, that is no element between the curly brackets. It is called the empty set or null set or void set, and it denoted by a symbol as null set and empty set. Okay, and for example, if A x such that x is an odd number, odd numbers are 1, 2, odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, isn't it? And it is divisible by 2. Is it possible? No. So, A is equal to null set. Okay, then we have another example, the set of all integers between 1 and 2. Is there any integer between 1 and 2? So, it is a null set. Just you can denote the answer by A is equal to null set, and if it is given as B or C, you can write C is equal to null set. Now let us move on to the next set, that is singleton set. The word single itself represents that the element which is present inside the curly brackets will have only one element. A set which has only one element is called a singleton set. For example, A is equal to x such that 3 is less than x and less than 5. What is less than? Between less than 3 and less than 5 we have only 4. So x belongs to natural number. So what will be the answer? A is equal to, the member is 4. We have only one element present inside the bracket. Okay. Now let us see the second example. The set of all even prime numbers. Even numbers, what are even numbers? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, isn't it? That must be a prime number also. So, what is the even prime number? As you know very well that even prime number is nothing but only 2. So, we have one element, that is singleton set. Okay. Now let us move on to next set, that is finite set. A set with a finite number. What is finite number? A number which is countable. Finite number of elements is called finite set. For example, the set of family members. As you know, you can easily count how many family members are there in your family. Isn't it your father, mother, your brother and sister? It is easily countable. And second one, A is equal to x such that x is a factor of 36. What is the factor of 36? The factor of 36, 2, 3, 4, 9 and even 36, 1, isn't it? So it is countable. A set with a finite number of elements is called a finite set. Now let us see what is infinite set. A set which is not finite, which is not countable, is called an infinite set. Here we have an example, the multiples of 5. So 5, 10, 15, then 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, as it goes on. So it is an infinite set. Another example, the set of all points on a line. How many points we can draw on a line? We can have as many points on a line, isn't it? So we can keep on going. So it is infinite set. So before moving to next set, here we have a cardinal number of set. To get a more explanation about the finite and infinite set, we must learn what is cardinal number of set. A number of elements in a set. A number of elements which is present inside the set. For example, here as a set A is denoted by n of A. So A is equal to 1, 2, 3. So n of A is equal to how many elements present? 1, 2, 3. So n of A is equal to 3. Now let us move on to next set, that is equivalence A and B are said to be equivalent if they contain the same number of elements. It is written as A equivalent to B. For example, A is equal to ball and bat. Here we have two elements, isn't it? And here B is equal to history, geography. Here also we have two elements. So n of A, that is cardinality of A is equal to cardinality of B is also equal to two elements which is present in A and B. Now let us see what is equal set. Equal. So two sets are said to be equal if they contain exactly the same elements. The elements must be exactly the same, otherwise it is said to be unequal. So first one, every element of A is also the element of B. Every element which is present in A, the same element must be present in B also. And the second condition is every element of B is also an element of A. Whatever present in B, the same element must be present in A also. Consider A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and see B is equal to 4, 2, 3, 1. All the elements which is present in A is also present in B. So we write A is equal to B. If it is not equal, we have to write A is not equal to B. Okay. Now let us move on to universal set. Already we have learned this in 8th standard, isn't it? Universal set is a set which contains all the elements of all the sets under consideration. We have to consider all the sets and it is usually denoted by U. Okay. So in first condition, see the set of all natural numbers. Universal set is U is equal to X such that X belongs to natural number. And the second one, if A is equal to Earth, Mars, Jupiter. So under universal set consideration, U is the planets of solar system. Now let us move on to a set of subset. Let A and B be two sets if every element of A is also an element of B. The A is called the subset of B. Keep in mind that every element of A is also an element of B and A is called a subset of B. We write A is a subset of B and A belongs to A and A belongs to B. If it is not a subset, we write as A is not a subset of B. Okay? A is a subset of B. The cardinality also n of A is less than or equal to n of B. It must be less than or equal to n of B. For example, here we have 1. 1 is a subset of B. If we take A and B, 1 is a subset of B. So it is a subset. Here we have 2, 4. 2 is here, 2 is the subset of B but we don't have 4. So 2, 4 is not the subset of 1, 2 and 3. Now let us know what is proper subset. Let A and B be two sets. If A is a subset of B and A is not equal to B, then A is called a proper subset of B. We write for proper subset, A is a proper subset of B if A 1, 2 and 5, B is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then it is a proper subset. A is a proper subset of B if A is a proper subset of B. Now let us move on to another set, that is disjoint sets. Disjoint, the word itself tells that both the set A and B are disjoint if they don't have common elements. Okay, for it is a disjoint, A is intersection with B is a null set. For example, it will be clear for you using a Venn diagram. It is set A and set B. So here we don't have a common element. So it is a disjoint set. Then A and B are said to be a disjoint set if they don't have a common elements. Now let us see what is power set. The set of all subsets. The set of all subsets of A is called the power set of A. It is denoted by P of A, that is power of A. If A is equal to 2, 3, then find the power of A. So how we can find the subsets? First we go with subsets of A. Subsets of A. What subsets of A? If it will be a first an empty set, then take one element, that is 2, then 3, second element, then 2 and 3 together. Here we can see one set, then 2, then 3 and 2 and 3 together. So the power of set A is equal to P of A is equal to, it's a null set, within bracket not right, null set, then 2, 3 and then 2, 3. We have another two more important property. If n of A is equal to m, then n of P of A is equal to 2 to the power of m. To find out the number of members. And second condition is number of power subset A is equal to n of P of A minus 1. So it can be 2 to the power of m minus 1. Now let us move on to exercise 1.2. Find the cardinality number of the following set. What is cardinality of a number? Number of elements which is present in A. Isn't it? Here, the first question, m is equal to p, q, r, s, t, u. So how many elements present? Here we have n of m is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. The cardinality of m is equal to 6. Next, p is equal to x plus x is equal to 3n plus 2. n belongs to w, that is whole number starts from 1, 2, 3, isn't it? So, and x is less than 15. We have to solve 3n plus 2. 3n plus 2. So start from taking n is equal to whole number, that is 0. Apply in 3n plus 2. n is equal to 0. So 3 in the place of n, 0 plus 2 is equal to 3 zeros are 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. Taking n is equal to 1. So 3 in the place of n, write 1 plus 2 is equal to 3 ones are 3. 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. Then again take n is equal to 2 till it satisfies less than 15. Okay. So 3 in the place of n, write 2 plus 2. 3 2s are 6. 6 plus 2 is equal to 8. And again n is equal to 3. 3 within bracket 3 plus 2. 3 3s are 9. 9 plus 2 is equal to 11. And n is equal to 4. 3 into 4 plus 2. 3 4s are 12. 12 plus 2 is equal to 14. n is equal to 5. 3 5s are 15. 3 5s are 15. 15 plus 2 is equal to 17. Is more than 15. So we can stop here. Then write the members of P. What are the members of P? 2, 5, 8, 11 and 14. We don't take 17 because x is less than 15. Write the elements 2, 5, 8, 11, 14. What is the cardinality of P? Therefore, cardinality of P is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all. And next, in question number 3, Q is equal to y such that y is equal to 4 by 3n. You have to solve this one, isn't it? n belongs to natural number. What is natural number? Natural number starts from 1, 2, 3. and the condition is 2 less than n less than or equal to 5. You should not take 2, and after 2 it is 3, 4 and less than or equal to 5. So you have to take 5. So the values of n are n is equal to 2, n is equal to 3 and n is equal to 4, n is equal to 5. We can apply in this condition y is equal to 4 by 3n. Here 4 by 3n. n in the place of n you have to write 3. So is equal to 4 by 3, 3s are 9. Then again take 4 in the place of n, write 4 is equal to 4 by 4, 3s are 12. Then 4 by 3 in the place of n, write 5. 4 by 3s are 15. What are the elements of Q? Q is equal to 4 by 9, then 4 by 12 and 4 by 15. What is cardinality of Q? Cardinality of Q, that is n of Q is equal to 1, 2 and 3. Okay. Then R is equal to x such that x is an integers. So integers, x belongs to z. Z integers, you know very well that there is a positive and negative value. -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Isn't it? As it goes on both sides, negative and positive. Here the condition is you have to start from -5 less than or equal to x and less than 5. So you have to apply -5, but you should not take 5. What are the numbers? R is equal to -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You should not take 5 because it is less than 5. Stop here. And what is the cardinality of R? R cardinality is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So therefore n of R is equal to 10. Okay. And let us move on to next question. S is equal to set of all leap years. What is the leap year? A number, the year which is divided by 4, we must get 0. So leap year, first of all we will check the years whether the leap year it starts from a leap year. 1882. By dividing, we can find out whether it is divisible by 4. So 4 4s are 16, 2, 8, some 4s are 28, and if you take the next number 2, we have remainder. So 1882 is not a leap year. To make it as a leap year, just you add 1882 plus 2. We get 1884. So the leap year starts from the 1884. So S is equal to 1884 add up with 4. 1884 plus 4. If you add up 4, we get 8 and 88. Then add 4, we get 12, 9, 8. Okay, again add up with 4, we get 6, 9, 8, 1. Again it continues, add with 4, so it is 0 and carry 1, 0, 1, 9, 1. Then add with 4, 1904. So here it is 1906. So if you add with 4, we get 1908. So it will be 1906 will not be a leap year. So we can stop here. of S is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, question number 2. Identify the following sets as finite and infinite. Finite is countable and infinite is uncountable. So let us move on to first question. X is equal to set of all districts in Tamil Nadu. What are the districts in Tamil Nadu? Chennai, Tiruvallur, Kanchipuram, isn't it? So it is finite. X is equal to finite set. Okay. Question number 2. Y is equal to the set of all straight lines passing through a point. All straight lines passing through a point. If we have a point, we can draw as many lines we can, isn't it? So it is an infinite set. It is uncountable. Question number 3. A is equal to X such that X belongs to Z and X is less than 5. X is less than 5. What is the condition is? It is a Z. Integers. So integers or A is equal to -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and we should not apply 5. So this side, the negative side, the values goes on. It is uncountable. So it is infinite. Okay. In question number 4, B is equal to X such that X square minus 5X plus 6 is equal to 0. So here the condition is X belongs to natural number. If we have natural number and X is equal to 1, we can apply for this equation X square minus 5X plus 6 is equal to 0. So in the place of X use 1. 1 square minus 5, 1 plus 6. So 1 into 1, 1 minus 5 ones are 5 plus 6 is equal to 0. We get minus 4 plus 6 plus 2 is equal to, is not equal to 0. Again we can take X is equal to 2. Apply X square minus 5X plus 6 is equal to 0. X square, so 2 square minus 5, 2 plus 6 is equal to 0. 2 into 2, 4, 5 2s are 10 plus 6 is equal to 0. So add both positive numbers, 6 plus 4, 10 and minus 10 is equal to 0. So it is satisfied with X is equal to 2. It is finite set. Question number 3. Which of the following sets are equivalent, unequal or equal sets? Sub-question 1. A is equal to set of vowels in English alphabet. English alphabet. What are the vowels of English alphabet? A, E, I, O, U. And for B, B is equal to all the letters in the word vowel. Write in listing form. B, comma, O, W, E, L. Here in both A and B we have different elements. So it is equivalent set. Question number 2. C is equal to 2, 3, 4, 5 and D is equal to X such that X belongs to W, whole number. 1 is less than X less than 5. So we should not take both X 1 as well as 5. Write the elements of C. C is equal to 2, 3, 4, 5 and D is equal to, what are the elements? 2, 3, 4. So C and D are unequal. Here we have 2, 3, 4 but we don't have 5 here. So it is, therefore it is unequal. Question number 3. X is equal to X such that X is a letter in word life. Letter in word life. So X is equal to L I F E. Then Y is equal to F I L E. Here we can check out whether L is here in Y also, I, F and E. All the elements in X is present in present in Y. So it is equal set. Okay. Question number 4. G is equal to X such that X is a prime number and 3 less than X less than 23. Again you should not take 3 as well as 23. What is G? G is equal to, what are the prime numbers after 3? 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. And then for H, X such that X is a divisor of 18. What is the divisor of 18? 18 is divided by 1 first of all, then 18, then 3, 3 6 are 18, 6, 2. Okay? And 9 2s are 18. G is equal to 5. It is not applied here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cardinality of G and cardinality of H are equal, but the elements which is present in G is not present in H. So therefore it is equivalent set. Question number 2. B is equal to the set of all even numbers which are not divisible by 2. So set of all even numbers will be divisible by 2. So it is a singleton or a null set. It is a null set. B is a null set. Question number 3. C is equal to, within bracket we have 0. Actually it looks like a null set. Element which is present inside the bracket, it is also a member. Isn't it? So it is a singleton set. C is singleton set. Question number 4. D is equal to set of all triangles. How many sides has a triangle? Triangle, we have 3 sides. Isn't it? A, B, C. A, B, B, C and A, C. But it is given as have 4 sides. Is it possible of having 4 sides for a triangle? No. So D is null set or single set? It is D is a null set. Question number 5. State which pairs of sets are disjoint or overlapping set. Disjoint, we already discussed about disjoint. Any element which is present in A and B will not be in common, isn't it? So first question, A is equal to F I A S and B is equal to A N F H S. To decide whether it is disjoint or overlapping, we can have a small A intersection B. We can check out with A intersection B. F is present both A and B. So F, I is not there, A and S. So if you have any element with common in both A and B, it is an overlapping set. Therefore it is overlapping. More than what we have in A, it is additionally given in B. Okay, question number 2. C is equal to X such that X is a prime number X greater than 2. What are the prime numbers greater than 2? C is equal to prime numbers greater than 2. So 3, 5, 7, 11 and it goes on, isn't it? And for D, X such that X is an even prime number. To even prime number we have only one element, that is 2. Okay, now C and D. Whether we have any common element present in C and D? No element is present common in C and D. So it is a disjoint set. Question number 3. E is equal to x such that x is a factor of 24. So E is equal to, what are the factors of 24? 1. 24s are 24. 2. 3. 3 8s are. 6 4s are. Then 6 4s are. Then 12 2s are. 24 1s are. 8 also 8 3s are 24, and f is equal to x such that x is a multiple of 3. Multiple of 3, x less than 30. So write all the multiples of 3. 3 1s are, 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9, 3 4s are 12, 3 5s are 15, 3 6s are 18, 3 7s are 21, 3 8s are 24, 3 9s are 27, and it is given that less than 30. So we have to avoid 30. Now let us check up whether we have common elements in both E and F. So E intersection F. What are the elements? We have 3, 6, 12 and 24. If we got any common elements between E and F, it is a overlapping set. In question number 6, if S is equal to square, rectangle, circle, rhombus and triangle, list the elements of the following subsets of S. What are the subsets of S? First question, the set of shapes which have 4 equal sides. What are the shapes given here? Has 4 equal sides. Square and a rhombus. So S is equal to, subset of S is equal to square and a rhombus. Okay, then question number 2. The set of shapes which have radius. It is well known now. What shape has radius? It is only circle. So S is equal to circle. Question number 3. The set of shapes in which the sum, adding all the sides, for interior angle is 180 degree. All interior angles must be 180 degree. For square it is 360 degree, 360, circle 360, rhombus 360, triangle unknown, you get 180 degree. So S is equal to triangle. In question number 4, the set of shapes which have 5 sides. Is there any shape with 5 sides given here? Square 4, for rectangle also 4, circle has no sides, rhombus 4 and triangle 3. So it is an empty set or null set. Question number 7. If A is equal to, within bracket A and A comma B, write all the subsets of A. The subsets of A are, first of all, null set. Okay, then A, AB, then all the two terms A within bracket A comma B. Okay, question number 8. Write down the power set of the following sets. What are the power sets of the following sets? A is equal to A comma B. Power set of A is equal to, right, null set, then A, then take second element B, then write both A and B. So keep in mind power set P of A. And question number 2. B is equal to, so write power set of B is equal to null set, then 1, second element 2, third element 3, then 1 and 2, one and 3, two and 3, then 1, 2 and 3. Okay. Question number 3. D is equal to PQRS. P of D is equal to, write null set, then take all the single elements first. P, Q, R, S, then write two elements. PQ, PR, PS, take QR, QS, and then RS. Okay. Now write all the 3 elements. Take three elements. First of all, go with PQR, QRS, PRS, QRS, PRS, PQS, and write all the 4 elements together. Okay, here we have a small trick whether we have found all the proper sets or not. So we have 4 elements, 1, 2, 3 and 4. To make it clear, 2 to the power of n. How many members present in D? There are 4 elements, 4 members. So 2 to the power of 4. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16. If you count here, we will be having 16 elements present. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. Then it is right. And question number 4. E is equal to null set. E is equal to null set. Proper set of E is equal to, it's only an empty set. That's all. Question number 9. Find the number of subsets and number of proper subsets. The sub-question 2. X is equal to x square. X belongs to n. That is natural number. And again, x square is less than or equal to 100. So what are the elements present in x? So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. How? 1 into 1, 1, 2 2s are 4, 3 3s are 9, 4 4s are 16, 5 5s are 25, 6 6s are 36, 7 7s are 49, 8 8s are 64, 9 9s are 81, 10 10s are 100. It is less than or equal to 100. So up to 10. What is cardinality of x? Cardinality of x is 10. The number of subsets of x. What is subset P of x is equal to 2 to the power of m. 2 to the power of m is equal to 10. So 2 into 10 times you have to multiply 2. 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. So taking 5 as twice, 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16, 16 2s are 32, 32 2s are 64, 64 2s are 128, 128 into 2s are 256, 256 into 2s are 8 2s are 6 2s are 12, 5 2s are 10, 11, 1, 2 2s are 4, 5. Again with 2. 2 2s are 4, and 2s are 2, 5 2s are 10. So 1024. The number of proper subset of x. 2 to the power of m minus 1. 2 to the power of m minus 1. 2 to the power of m is equal to 1024 minus 1 to get 1023. Question number 10. So question 1, if n of a is equal to 4, find n of p of a. So n of a is equal to 4. And what is asked? N of cardinality of p of a. Cardinality p of a is equal to 2 to the power of m. What is 2 to the power of m? 2. Number of members present is 4. So 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16. That's all. Question number 2. If n of a is equal to 0, then find n of p of a. So again, n of a is equal to 0. N of a is equal to 0. So what is asked? N of p of a is equal to 2 to the power of m. 2 to the power of m. The cardinality is 0. When any number 0 has a power, it is 2 to the power of 0 is equal to 1. Question number 3. If n of p of a is equal to 256, find n of a. Here in the last two sums we are asked to find n of p of a. But in this question we are asked to find what is the cardinality of a. So it's very simple. Go with same formula. N of p of a is equal to 256. Here n of p of a is equal to 2 to the power of m. That is the formula. Is equal to 256. Now convert 256 into 2 base and find out the number of members present. So 256 to LCM. 2 1s are 2 2s are 4 and the remaining one 8 2s are 16. Again with 2 2 6 are 12, 2 4s are 8 and 2 9 2 3s are 6, 2 2s are 4. 2 1s are remaining one 2 6 are 12 and 2 8s are 2 4s are 2 2s are and 1 and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So here you can go with 2 to the power of m is equal to 2 to the power of 8. Leaving 2 and 2, therefore m is equal to 8 and cardinality of n of a is equal to 8. With this exercise 1 point is over. Students, please learn all the concepts